original cast in an all-new show.
There it is.
Not every spin-off can be a Frasier or Better Call Saul. Some crash and burn spectacularly. In this countdown, we're diving into the 20 worst TV spin-offs of all time. Shows that failed to live up to their iconic predecessors. We're revisiting the cringe-worthy writing, low ratings, and poor execution that doomed these series. Discover what went wrong with Joey, Golden Palace, Saved by the Bell, The College Years, and many more. Did your least favorite make the list? Let's take a nostalgic look at 20 TV spin-offs gone wrong. Here we go. First on the list is Joanie Loves Chachi, a spin-off of Happy Days that followed Joanie and Chachi's adventures in Chicago. The show was criticized for its lack of originality and poor writing and only lasted one season. Number 2, AfterMASH. This spin-off of MASH followed some of the characters after the Korean War. The show failed to capture the same magic as its predecessor and was cancelled after 2 seasons. Number 3 is Baywatch Nights, a spin-off of the popular lifeguarding drama. This Baywatch offshoot followed the character Mitch Buchanan as he solved mysteries at night. People complained about low production values and the bizarre plot lines. It was cancelled after 2 seasons. Next is a show I thought would do better, Caprica, a spin-off of the rebooted Battlestar Galactica that explored the origins of the Cylons. Despite having a pretty devoted fan base, the show was cancelled after 1 season because the ratings were kinda bad. Now let's talk some Brady Bunch spin-offs. First, the Brady Hour. This was more of a variety show featuring the Bradys that debuted just 2 years after the original series ended. It lasted only 9 episodes. The 1976 spin-off brought back all the original cast minus Jan, but it just didn't garner the same success as the Brady Bunch. Barry Williams, who played Greg, even wrote in his memoir, quote, "The Brady Bunch Hour was incredibly bad." Agreed. Next is the Brady Brides, a 1981 spin-off of the Brady Bunch that followed Marcia and Jan as they married and started their own lives with families. Now, in the setup to this show, Jan accepts a proposal from her longtime beau, Philip.
Can I think about it?
Sure. How long do you need?
About 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. Yes. Yes. Yes.
Which prompts Marcia to agree to marry a slovenly man named Wally, who she just met.
Jan's going to be married in a couple of months, and I'm not even going with anybody. So who am I going to marry?
How about me?
What?
All in order to please her parents, who want her to get married before Jan for some reason. So their whole marriage is based on not love, but on sticking it to Jan. Marcia. The series was canceled after 10 episodes. Next on the list is the Tortellis, a spin-off of Cheers that followed Carlo Tortelli's ex-husband Nick and his new wife Loretta as they moved to Vegas. The show only lasted 13 episodes due to low ratings. No one was interested in checking out. No one was really interested in what Nick Tortelli was doing unless he was doing it in the Cheers bar. Number 8 is probably the most popular failed spin-off, Joey, a spin-off of Friends. Joey Tribbiani moved to LA to pursue his acting career, and it was a disaster.
Gina, there's an apartment for rent across the way. What? They didn't want me to tell you, but I want you to live here. I think you deserve to know because you're super, super pretty.
No more Die Hard for you, Howie.
Really? Because I just ordered pizza.
Bring it down and we'll talk.
It didn't have the same feel or magic as Friends. Negative reviews. It was canceled after 2 seasons. And the bad juju surrounding the show, it really took a toll on Matt LeBlanc as he basically disappeared from acting for the next 5 years, before he returned in the critically acclaimed Showtime series episodes. Number 9, That 80s Show. The sister series to That 70s Show, it didn't capture the fun of the main series, and it was really just a subpar homage to a really fun decade. Number 10 on my list is a show that I liked, The Lone Gunman. Centering around Fox Mulder's trio of conspiracy theorists over on The X-Files, the series lasted only 13 episodes, proving some supporting character spin-off shows aren't strong enough without the main series leads to carry the show. Number 11, Matt LeBlanc shows up again in Top of the Heap. It focused on 2 Married with Children minor characters, Charlie Verducci and his son Vinny. That was the Matt LeBlanc character. This show bombed, and it lasted only 7 episodes before Fox pulled the plug. Number 12 is another disaster, Golden Palace. B. Arthur left the Golden Girls in the series finale, but apparently the rest of the cast, they wanted to keep working. So they did, on a spin-off show called The Golden Palace, which found the remaining Golden Girls, Blanche, Rose, and Sophia, opening their own hotel? I'm sorry, they're funny, but without Dorothy, the magic was gone, and so was Golden Palace after 1 season. Number 13 is Booker. When Richard Grieco joined the cast of 21 Jump Street in Season 3, the fan mail poured in. So, Fox decided to capitalize and spin off the show's hottest character into his own series, Booker. And while the former cop now doing security still has Teen Beat magazine cover looks, what he didn't have was a good show. Booker kinda stunk and was canceled after one season. But I will say, it had one hot opening theme song by Billy Idol. Sanford Arms. This spin-off of Sanford & Son was supposed to continue the story, but without Red Fox and his TV son Desmond Wilson, it was explained that Fred and Lamont had moved to Arizona and they sold their property to one of Fred's old army buddies. Well, we want to see what they're doing in Arizona, not these new guys. NBC quickly realized that, and was gone after 4 episodes. Saved by the Bell, the college years. Well, you can take the gang out of Bayside, but you can't without Bayside High as the setting, which meant no Mr. Belding and no Jesse and Lisa either, although Lisa did show up in the final episode. This Saved by the Bell spinoff was gone after 1 season. Quicker than you could say Zach Morris's trap. Number 16, The Art of Being Nick. Would you believe that there were actually 3 Family Ties spinoffs in the works, all that focused on Mallory's dim but lovable boyfriend Nick, played by Scott Valentine? The Art of Being Nick was the only one that actually made it to the pilot stage. The series focused on Nick helping raise his nephew in New York City. Christine Sutherland, aka Buffy's mom Joyce, she played Nick's sister. And Julia Louis-Dreyfus, well, she was cast as Rachel, a potential love interest for Nick? What? Mallory? NBC aired the pilot episode, but it went no further. They wanted to keep Nick on the main show. Number 17, Living Dolls. The Who Boss spinoff about a friend of Sam's from the old neighborhood who joins a modeling agency.
I hate to do this to you, but if I don't, my dad will kill me.
Let me guess. Pictures of himself.
He said you never know when your modeling agency might need a roaming god.
Featured Leah Remini and Halle Berry in early roles. Living Dolls was panned by critics, with People magazine even giving the series an F grade. Canceled after 12 episodes. 18, Beverly Hills Bunts. What? The 1987 series was a spin-off of Hill Street Blues and featured the then and Friends character Bunts quitting the police force, moving to Beverly Hills, and becoming a PI. But while Hill Street Blues was kind of like a drama, Bunts' half-hour show was a comedy and audiences just didn't buy it. NBC pulled the plug after 9 episodes. Next on the list is Gloria. This short-lived 1982 comedy finds Archie Bunker's daughter Gloria trying to pick up the pieces after her husband Meathead, Rob Reiner, leaves her. She and her son end up in a small New York State town where she works at a veterinarian's office. Sadly, audiences just weren't interested in seeing Gloria the character alone in her own series without the main cast members. Even Burgess Meredith from Rocky couldn't help. CBS canceled it after 1 season. Finally, we'll talk about a show that I completely forgot about. It's Tommy Your Life, a Party of 5 spinoff that centered around the character Sarah. That's Jennifer Love Hewitt. This series finds her on a quest to find her biological dad in New York City. Tommy Your Life debuted in the fall of 1999 on Fox, but was later pulled indefinitely due to low ratings. It returned in the summer of 2000, dubbed the Summer of Love, but was officially canceled soon thereafter, which left the final 7 episodes unaired. So do you remember these spin-offs? What are some of the worst ones that you remember that maybe I didn't touch upon? Leave your comments below and subscribe for more nostalgic TV and movie content from the 80s and 90s.